it's in my proposal that we will be trained to advocate and deal with policy.
I saw that, but
I'm supposed to know that.
But I'm giving you.
As opposed to the vendors going out there and didn't know nothing.
That's right.
And the information is being held from them.
And so, what I going to do is give you as much of the tools that I have.
Right.
Because I'm no different than any one of you, but I choose to do what I do.
Right.
And I'm not personally impacted, but my people are impacted. And I raised the concern. And so, and I talked with James and how this pilot program emerged. And I'm saying, why are they doing a pilot program? That's a bunch of crap.
Yeah.
As far as I was concerned.
We don't live pilot lives. Is our life a pilot?
And so,
No, it's not.
But you're right with that statement, because they always want to put us in a pilot situation.
Right, yeah. Like a temporary,
and it's temporary
half-time job.
That's right.
You got to live full time, and you got a half-time job.
That's right.
What the fuck?
And so the actors around the vendorization was Nikki Bass.
City council person over the Lake District.
Yeah, the District 2 council person. Sarah Beshford.
Who is she?
She is Human Services.
Okay.
And her deputy, Tannenbaum, and the city administrator, as well as the mayor. Okay.
What's the city administrator name?
Riskin, Ed Riskin.
Okay.
So, but I've highlighted here, and I like to go through some of the things here that shows you what they can't do. Marvin said, some of you want to go back out there, and if get arrested, they can't arrest you. They can't arrest you. If you look at the red, first look at on the second page, 51036. For the purpose of this chapter, the following definitions apply.
Where you at, man? Okay. All right.
Sidewalk vendor means a person who sells food, merchandise from a push cart, stand, display, driven cart, wagon, showcase, etc., etc. Okay? That tells you, and all of fall into that category. Okay? If you look at under section 1 above, number 5, that's highlighted in red. The safety and welfare of the general public is promoted by prohibiting criminal penalties for violation of the sidewalk vending. So they can't impose any criminal charges against you. Okay?
Right.
Now, watch this. If you go to
I just have to say, James reminded me that he had thousands of dollars in citations for being out there, in spite of this here.
right,
The police, the police really don't give a fuck about this here. You know that.
Look at.
So you have to go to court and prove that.
Go through on the 4th page. Look at 51039A1A. A violation.
Where's that at? Where's that at?
51039.
Where's that at? You see it?
On the 3rd page?
Yeah, it's highlighted.
It's third.
4th. The 3rd or 4th page, excuse me.
4th page. Okay, 51039 right here.
Yeah. A violation of a local authority's sidewalk vending program that complies with section 51038 is punishable only by the following.
Where you at?
and administrative.
Hold up, where
Wait,
you
right
at?
here,
Where you at?
the fourth page.
That's why you got your glasses on.
Now I still can't see.
You said 38?
Yeah, 5, 10,
Fourth
39.
page.
Fourth page.
39, so we was right.
I got it highlighted.
5, 10, 39.
No, it's red.
Okay, all right, I got you. I
Red.
got you. Okay.
A violation of a local authority sidewalk vending program that complies with section 51030 is punishable only by the following. An administrative fine not to exceeding $100 for the first violation.
First violation, okay.
An administrative fine. Administrative fine.
Yeah, they can't arrest you.
Right.
They can only give you a fine.
A citation.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is citation.
No, we go by the language here. They didn't say no citation.
Okay,
They
well
said
go ahead, fine.
an administrative fine not exceeding $200 for a second violation within 1 year of the first violation. Number C, an administrative not exceeding $500 for each additional violation within 1 year of the first violation. So, if Cope said he had what you said,
$1,000.
okay, this is where that would apply. My guess. Okay. Only fine. They still can't arrest you. Well,
But when you say fine, see, it sounds like I'm in Mexico and you know when the police
no,
stop you give them their money. You give them some money. Right there.
Yeah, well,
So
that's
you don't say citation.
no.
But that's what the police will give you.
No, I don't. Stay what's on this paper.
Well,
we don't know. We don't need to be in no Mexico. We're here. That's our problem. We don't stay focused.
All right, go ahead.
If a local authority requires a sidewalk vendor to abstain a sidewalk vending permit, do y'all have a permit? Everybody got a permit?
Some do and some don't.
Well, then you open yourself up, okay? Because when you look at where was that? I think I highlighted. Look at the to third page, down at the star at the bottom. Requiring the sidewalk vendor to obtain from the local authority a permit for sidewalk vending or valid business license provide that the local authority issuing the permit. So I would urge everybody to get a permit and a business license because you're vulnerable, okay? You can talk all the crap you want to, if they say, show me your permit,
Right.
show me your business license. Absent that, you are in violation, okay? So none of this would apply to you, okay? This is your cover if you follow the rules. Stay with the regulations. This is theirs. This is not ours. This was not designed for us. It was designed for Hispanics. Because they were going all over the city, up and down.
30,000 in LA. 30,000 vendors.
Yes.
Latino. 30,000.
Right. And so,
They gotta eat. I
They
see
gotta-
them.
but
I
they-
like
yeah.
that.
well, whether they got to eat or not, it doesn't stay focused. It was not intended, but we got to eat too.
Right.
Got
No.
that right.
Yeah.
Yeah, but see, they got the law on their side.
But they're unified.
Lara Gonzalez Fletcher. She was the assembly person. She's now leaving there to work for the Labor Council. See, we always think we want a shortcut. That's the wrong thing. You're going to be shorted out. Because they could use this against you. If you're not understanding what's contained here.
And that's what they said they're going to use to try to get law enforcement to remove people from the lake.
But they can't.
That's a lie.
They can't. They can't do it.
They in violation.
Yeah, they're in
They
violation.
said we was in violation.
And so,
We got
so
this.
Unless you don't have your license.
If you don't have the
they
license.
can't arrest you. They could only fine you.
And do you have to pay the fine?
Yeah, you gotta
You
pay
better.
fine.
Huh? Otherwise, they're gonna add up. Okay? They see it tells you right here what happens after the first violation.
Well, we have money to pay the fine, so let's move
Okay?
on from
No,
that.
no.
We
She
got
had
money to
no,
cover.
no,
We got
no.
money to cover fines.
But she
I'm-
asked the question.
I'm answering the question.
Okay? And so the fine has to be paid, whether it's
Okay.
you or somebody else is paying it, but it
Yeah.
has to be you paid.
Or what's the consequence? According
Well-
to this.
They add up.
You got, huh? They add up.
It adds up.
See,
Okay,
and that's
it adds up.
crazy. That's like somebody getting going across the bridge, and now everybody, there are no toll takers, so you get that thing in the mail.
I just
Yeah,
paid. I just paid mine.
yes, see? And you better pay it in
Pay
2
mine.
weeks from the
I
time,
just paid mine.
otherwise it's gonna go up.
I couldn't get
okay?
I couldn't get my sticker.
You damn right. See, there's
Sticker.
consequences. There are consequences when you fail.
Yes.
You can talk all the crap you want to,
Right.
but at the end of the day, if this is the law,
Yes.
and they could freeze you out. You
All right.
can't get your driver's license. You may not get a driver's
Can I
license.
ask
Go
a
ahead.
question? So, like you said, they can't arrest you. They can't really do nothing. But this violation here on page 3,
Yeah.
vendors that's not that does not have a business license or permit,
They in trouble.
they will be in. So when city council is saying, or Parks and Recs, when they saying that they're going to use law enforcement to remove people from the lake,
They can technically
those-
remove them
Okay.
because they're out of compliance.
Wait a minute. Something's not right.
Go ahead.
The law says they can't arrest street vendors.
No, that's if you are within the boundaries of the law. They can arrest you.
If you don't have
Does
that.
it say
If you don't have that,
Does it say they can arrest you in here?
No, no. Understand what this says, huh? You have to be in compliance with this.
I understand
If you're
that.
not in compliance,
Oh, they can arrest you.
yeah, they can arrest you. Okay? So when you got these knuckleheads out there doing all and
Marijuana,
selling,
Hennessy.
and see, if they had their license,
They can-
they
They would have something.
if they have a permit,
Right.
okay.
Right.
This is clear language. See, we want to come up with all this other stuff. Stay within what this says.
Is it hard to get a license?
You know, you go down and get your business license from the city. You
call
apply
over
just
the
like
phone.
anybody. You
You can do
apply
it
on
over
the
the
phone,
phone,
do
too.
whatever it is.
Go online.
It's
Go
no
on the phone.
difficult in getting a driver's license. But if you got a number of DUI, you ain't gonna get no driver's license. Okay? So stay within the boundaries, 4 corners of what the law said.
Okay. All right.
And there's another highlighted. Look at number 4
What-
in red on that same page. A local authority shall not restrict vendors to operate. That's where that's the
Oh. Down.
yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, look at number 4 above.
Oh, okay.
It's in red. A local authority shall not. You see how this prohibition of what they can't do? Huh? That's why I highlighted it in red. Huh?
Okay. We'll read the whole thing there. We'll read that.
Shall not restrict sidewalk vendors to operate only in designated neighborhoods or areas except when that restriction is directly related to objective health, safety and welfare. Okay?
Did Parks and Recs say something about that?
So
What did they say?
They said that we're causing problems with the grass, and also that's wildlife that lives there, and it's a danger to wildlife.
It could be, see, you're close to the sidewalk.
Sure.
People are not into the grassy area.
The
Vendors
booths
are set
are,
up in the grass.
and the
They're right on the corner of the grass.
Yeah, you're right.
Okay? See, you gotta look at what's reasonable.
Are some in the grass?
Somewhat.
Are some vendors on the grass?
Most of the vendors are on the grass.
Okay.
At
They're all on the grass,
at
and people come on the
at the corner,
sidewalk.
on the
to-
sidewalk, and so you're
Right.
right. You're right here,
Yes.
and the grass goes way over there.
Yeah.
Okay, that's not
Only on
affecting
the
the light.
Right.
Right. Okay, and so you can't be on the sidewalk because you're blocking
the sidewalk.
sidewalk. So
Right.
you're in a reasonable distance.
Right. So what we supposed to do?
Oh yeah. Okay. But see, and then that's where you begin to argue, back and forth.
Okay, if I go on the sidewalk, it's not enough room.
Right. That's right.
Blocking-
There you
you're
go.
blocking the
You're
sidewalk.
blocking the sidewalk.
Blocking,
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or should we ask for them to reconstruct that part where vendors are
Well,
able?
for-
Well,
Wait a
they're
minute,
not going
Wait a
to
minute, first of all, wait a minute,
reconstruct.
first of
They
all,
got a
Aaron,
reason.
Aaron, what did the Parks and Rec say is supposed to happen next since the trial, or was it
The ending of the pilot.
pilot project has ended?
Since that has ended,
Therefore,
they are encouraged Lake Mary vendors to go to other markets like Oklahoma Market and to
Leave the lake,
prevent
in short.
them to be
Leave
at
the lake.
Oh yeah.
leave the lake.
Take your stuff
We've
out
already-
there and
leave
take
the
your
lake.
shit over there. That's what they're saying.
Anywhere but
Okay.
here.
And
Yeah,
then-
anywhere but here. Okay.
Yeah.
Now,
That's hogwash.
that's right.
Huh?
That's right.
You under this, you can't be allowed to be right where you are. But you gotta know your rules. You gotta know what the regulations are. Okay?
Right.
They also said they want to prevent vendors from being able to vend at Lake Merritt.
Big what?
Prevent vendors from vending at Lake Merritt completely.
Look, let me-
Sir,
go
do
ahead.
you see where it says in there that this law allows us to vend in parks?
Yeah, yeah.
Do you see what that is?
Say,
Yeah, because it is a park.
And across
Yeah.
from a market.
say this is. So, on page 2, no, on that same page, look at number 2. A local authority shall not
Where's that, where's
prevent.
that at?
At the top,
Uh,
second, third
Okay.
page at the top.
Okay.
a local authority shall not, look,
I'm
pay
listening.
emphasis, shall not prohibit sidewalkers from selling food merchandise in a park owned
Yeah.
or operated by the local authority. It
There's
says it
the
right here, cause you don't know your
answer.
law. You don't
There's
know
the answer.
what your rights are.
Well, that's the
And that's
answer
why
right
you
there.
did, and that's why you
So-
got to read
Well,
and
you
be
see now.
at the city council meetings. Sign up when you go to the Zoom call. The next city council meeting is on February 15th. Okay. It's either gonna be at 1 o'clock or 1:30. This would be my recommendation. You get every vendor to call in expressing outrage. Okay? And you read sections from here. Huh? See, because you always want to get it on the record. If you don't get it on the record, it don't mean shit. Okay?
Right.
They're in violation. Okay? This language is clear. It was not designed for us, but we don't even know what's there
Yes,
in
sir.
order to argue on our behalf.
Right.
This is their language. I tell them all the time. This ain't mine. I didn't write the law. Y'all did. Okay? So how is it not applicable in this situation? So at the council meeting, I'm going to digress, but I'm digressing to show by example what can happen. So, at the city council meeting, Tuesday, they got 2 sets of items on the agenda. They got the consent and the non-consent. Do you know what each one of those
Explain.
explain? what those are for? Consent. They could put a lot of items there and with no comment. And they sign off on them. Okay? The non-consent, Cal, when things go on the non-consent, then there's discussion around that. Okay? Now, what could happen is that you could, it is best to get to a council person that you got good relations and explain to them why this matter should be off the consent and on the non-consent. And a lot of times these are big ticket items. On Tuesday, so I get a call from this friend. Said, Gene, they got this item, a $60 million contract going to these 3 white companies.
On the consent
That
side.
they're on the consent
side.
Okay.
Right. Right.
No discussion.
Right. Right. That's
Okay.
right. That's
And
right.
so I called to the council member. I said, you need, because they said, they're not calling me back then. I said, look, I tell you, they're going to, don't worry about that. They'll pull the item, okay? And it went on the non-consent.
After his call, I went.
After it was pulled off and put from non-consent, from the consent to the non-consent. This is a $60 million contract.
Yes, yes.
That is excluding black folks
From the
from
bidding.
participation.
From bidding.
No, from participation. Here's the issue, and this is out of the Department of Transportation. Ryan Russo, a bunch of crap. Yeah, he's the one who helped mess up all these streets down Telegraph
Right.
and out. But anyway.
Oh, the bike lane?
Yeah, and that whole thing.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
crazy.
and so,
All the way out international.
yeah,
All the way out international.
Oh,
as
they
well.
have-
yeah.
The bus lane, the bus lane, what are you talking about?
That was the BRT, and that's the rapid transit thing. Now, mind you, that's only in Oakland because Berkeley didn't allow for it. It needed to San Leandro, okay?
Oh, but they just start doing it. I live by Berkeley High, and they just start splitting up the road to get the bike lanes. So they have it. They're doing it now.
But they're not
Oh, for parking?
consuming, the parking. You see how where the cars are parked in the
In the
middle
streets?
of
No, they doing it.
Yeah.
Right by Berkeley
Okay.
High. They've already done it.
Yeah, okay.
This is stupid.
So, but the
They
$60
just
million contract, and I'm the one who got the disparity study brought before the council. Because the lapdog in District 6, that's what I call him, Council Member Lauren Taylor. So when you hear
That's East Oakland.
lapdog,
That's East Oakland, right?
and where Desley
Yes.
Brooks used to be.
Right.
So he came back to the council and said, well, the city attorney said there were legal issues around why they can't deal with the disparity study. I said, wait, hold it. An informational report. The council does not have to take action on an informational report. So you need to understand the various nuances how you could get around something when they tried to block. Because the important thing was the information contained in the disparity study. Okay? That's all I want, the information. Matter of fact, I called the author of the disparity study said, I can't give it to you. Because they know you would have gotten it from me. I said, that's cool. I'll get it. So, at rules, and rules is the traffic cop for putting things on the agenda. Huh? So you and the public can make a request of the rules committee, and generally they meet at 10:30 on Thursday.
Thursdays.
Generally on Thursdays, but I say generally because they could cancel rules because there's no quorum.
Right.
But generally, that's the time in which the rules committee meets. Now, if you want something to be considered on the agenda, then you could make a scheduling request at the rules committee. So it would go something like, tell you what I just did.
Well, and let me ask this: how would you? What do you suggest we present to
I'm gonna get that. I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that. Okay, but you can't walk before you crawl. All right.
I heard that.
So I did also. Here's another thing. You could also make a public records request. That's important. So, for instance, say here's your public records request as it relates to the vendor.
Parson Rec.
Well,
Meeting?
No.
Can we get that?
Let me finish.
Okay. Excuse me.
So, you go to the City of Oakland's website first. Then you go down to departments. Then you go to the city clerk.
Right.
And then you scroll down there and go to public records request. Okay? So now you're in how this is all facilitated. Now, these boxes gonna come up, and so you're gonna make your request. Always make your request provide you with something. Don't just say vendor. You're not asking to provide you with anything, but always leave with provide me with the following. Okay.
Demands.
So,
Demands.
It's a demand. And now they have 10 days to provide you with information. I said to provide you with information.
Right.
Sometimes that information is bogus. It's unresponsive to what you're requesting.
Right.
Okay.
Right.
And you say, hey, they didn't ask. They're sneaky. Okay. They're sneaky.
They avoided your question.
And it's just like what they did with me the other week. And I had asked for certain information related to provide me with any state law or ordinance that allows for a non-governmental private business interest to be codified in the city charter. Now that language is real clear. Provide me with, okay? So they came back and gave me a bunch of crap. And they said, essentially, that under state law 6254K, that it's exempt and it's privileged. I said, you guys gotta be kidding me.
Does that
Huh?
mean?
I said, provide me with
And
state law and any and all city ordinances that would allow for a non-governmental Marvin X company to be codified in the city charter. See, I already know they can't codify a non-governmental thing in the city charter.
Yes.
But that's what that Measure AA did, because it has Oakland Promise in section 1607 of the charter.
Oh, she put it in the charter.
But see, people don't read.
Yeah.
That was the language in the ballot measure that failed, and the city council said it passed. And so when they did that, it goes to the Secretary of State, and it's in the city charter. Okay? But I'm all
And
over
it's
their
illegal.
butts. Huh?
And it's illegal.
No, huh?
It's illegal.
Yeah, they do a whole lot of things illegal, but we don't read and we don't stay on top of the stuff.
Shout at me, sir.
Yeah, I get passionate when I get about this because this is no joke to me. Huh?
I know.
I need you to understand how they operate.
Yes, yes.
And it's criminal.
Right, it is.
But if you don't say nothing, it's okay.
That you damn right.
See, if you don't stop them, that's what I believe.
That's
Then your silence is
complicit.
yeah.
You're absolutely correct.
Yeah.
Okay? And we're getting screwed all the way around.
Right, right.
So, I looked at also, anytime they cite a section of the law, then you go and look at what that law says. Because it ain't what you think it says. Huh? So, when they gave me the wrong information, I said, okay, I'm not going back to the Fox's Garden and Chicken House.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm making a scheduling request. Because it's the city attorney that's supposed to know the law. But it's the same city attorney that gave me this BS. So, what I did was this is another one I did. And you've been hearing about the stuff over at East 12th in the
Building?
homeless,
The
East
homeless
12th and
building.
2nd.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And all that stuff, and Nino Parker.
Yes, it's bad over there.
That's bad. But see, here's the other thing that happened over there. Those interlopers who were at Union Point, who came from Alameda over in Union Point, and they were supposed to go to Calcut, which is over in East 11th. But Guile didn't want them in his district, so he cut a deal with Nikki Bass. Okay? See, they don't want to tell you what the ethnic composition of those folks. So this was my public records request related to that. Please provide me with the following. What is the majority of the ethnic background of the former unsheltered residents located at Union Point? Did the majority of these unsheltered residents migrated from the city of Alameda after the Union Point location was removed? Where were these residents were to be? So they gave me some BS response to the ethnic composition. Well, I say I already know 99% of those folks are white. I already know they came from Alameda, but I want to get it on record. Because see, what you always want to do, despite that you may know that, you want to get it on record, so in the event that future you may want to go to litigation, you got you have it on record. Okay? That's why it's important for you to speak at city council.
So it'll be on the record.
You raise your concern to the body and ask them to do certain things.
Do you know they allowed those white residents to be paid for security? They given them their own security, but on the other side,
I know all about it.
For the lake area?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
And
That's right.
on the black side, they're not. On
Yeah,
the diverse
that's
side,
right.
they're
That's right.
they have a paid security company that's there, so they allowing those homeless people to make money and stay there. They took their washing station and took
You
it over
got
to the
it.
other
You got
side.
it. You're on top of that.
It's segregated.
But let me tell you what's happened since, and it's been 3 people voicing total opposition, and I give credit to Nino Parker and Asada Olabay because they've been out there every day. I've been
Yes.
out there, more observation, but not on a daily basis. But I speak at the council meeting. So Sunday, a body was found out there.
Where?
Out there.
Oh, wow.
Are they still? And just outside the gate on the hill, in the tents over there. That body been there for 3 weeks.
Oh,
Maggots
no.
and rats.
Yes.
The face was you couldn't, huh?
Oh,
Right.
no.
Okay. And so in early December, I met with Nino, Nikki Bass, Latonda Simmons, the assistant city administrator who's working double duty in the homeless since the homeless coordinator left last April. And so I looked Nikki Bass right in the eye. I said, you get out there, because even before that, at the city council, I kept saying, something's going to happen out there. So, Tiny Logic, with whom they had a contract with, on the other side, not the co-governance side. And I forget the guy's name. Well, he assaulted Nino Parker.
Yes, he did.
And requiring hospitalization for Nino.
Now, who is Nino?
Nino, he's a homeless advocate, and
Okay.
so I said, you get a claims form, okay? Because not only Tiny Logic, but the city has exposure, okay? They were trying to deny him a claims form. He finally got a claims form. I said, you make multiple copies of that because of COVID, you can't get into the building. You can't get up on the 6th floor. But you would think reasonably, and don't send folks to a website.
Yeah.
Have those paper claims form down at the guard station so they get it. So he was able to give. I said, you make multiple copies of that, and
They
you
can
keep
disappear.
them.
They can disappear.
No, it's not that they disappear. It's that when things happen to an individual,
You want to have them on hand.
oh, you have them on hand. That's so you got to look at. Yes, it's not only disappear. They may not even have them down there, but you keep a supply
Yeah.
Right.
for other folks. I see. We got to think beyond ourselves. We have to look at other folks because if it happened to you, it could happen to them.
Say, Mr. Hazard,
Yes, sir.
can the vendors sue the city for lying about it?
Well,
That's where we
well,
trying to get to.
That's
What can we do?
Yeah,
What
that's
can we
what.
do?
Yeah,
What can we do?
I got to get back to you. All right.
Yeah. What can we do?
And that's
at
that.
this
Yeah,
point?
and that's a. But see, I want to equip you with the tools. I can't say you can sue. You
Right.
don't. Yeah, but you got to have the tools in order to.
So we're getting to that.
Yeah, and so and by these examples, and you got the law
Yeah, I
in your
know,
hand.
that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, that's why I did what I did. So you can understand. So you could go through each one of these things. So I'm just doing a quick overview, And so you want to form it in such a way that and you could always get any case that's been filed around anything. Follow the format. Follow the format. lawyers, you got somebody who's a paralegal, you write your stuff up, they format it. And so when you file an initial complaint, you always have the summons.
Right.
The summons on top of the complaint, because after the summons, they can reject your complaint. Because that shows who are subject.
Explain the summons.
Yeah, okay. But always be sure you have a summons.
What's the summons?
Summons is the document that accompanies the actual lawsuit that shows who's being served and filed against. Okay? So Google what summons is. Okay? So you can understand why that's important, because they could get you on a technicality.
In the summons.
No, by not having the summons.
Okay, okay. Okay.
So yeah, I think that was the whole purpose of Marvin having me here, to give you as much of the tools that I can to help you go down it, even if you don't have an attorney. It don't see, we're always in generally we're intimidated by the law, and it costs too much. But remember, paralegals write this stuff up for the attorney.
So all we need to do is write the summons.
No, you need to write whatever the nature of your lawsuit would be. The summons, that's why I told you, Google summons. Are you listening?
No, you told me what to do the other day. You told me to write something up.
No,
and
I told you.
And present it to the paralegal.
Yeah, but always
And he
make
will
sure,
write it up.
Yeah, that's right.
Okay?
And but be sure you have the accompanying summons, okay? Because if you just did the lawsuit,
Yeah.
go to cleanoakland.com.
Yeah, the summon
Go on your phone right
Well,
now.
I'm recording.
Oh, okay.
You wanna
Go. Can somebody look up clean up? Do it on your lap.
My phone's like
Okay.
almost dead.
You got a laptop right
Laptop
there.
right here, laptop.
CleanOakland.
.com.
Yeah.
Okay, and then go to Gene's blog.
Go where you
Clean Oakland, just like you're wiping crap off your face.
clean Oakland.
I got it.
Okay,
Hazard files officer.
there you go. Okay, pass that around to folks. So they see
This
it.
is what it is.
So
It's the
that's what a paralegal did for me. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, this is a summons.
Yeah, that's a lawsuit right there.
Lawsuit.
Hazard file. Okay.
Yeah.
Opposition.
Okay, that's my opposition to their demur. Now, demur, when you file your verified complaint, and you only have to do the summons one time, because that guarantees these going to be on your title page. The folks, they're your defendants. Okay. So, but see, you know your case better than the attorney. Huh? You just need somebody to format it.
Right.
Huh?
That's right.
Huh?
Okay.
And,
What would you say our case is based on these law?
well,
What would be the charges?
no. What I would think. First, jam the city up, according to some of the things that we got here. Okay, and request a meeting with Park and Rec and Human Services and Nikki Bass. And you say, see if we could work this out.
Now you know James dealt with these people. He
I
dealt
don't,
with those people.
did you hear what I just said? See, that's what I'm talking about. Huh? I said, yeah.
Right,
Parks and Rec,
Huh?
right.
Okay.
Parks and Rec, Nikki Bass, and who else?
Human Services.
Services.
That's Sarah Bedford.
And the city administrator.
And the city
He was dealing with.
administrator, yeah. Okay. That's what you
Y'all
demand.
should go back through his interview that I did with him in the Black Street magazine. Read that interview. He's saying a lot of these things that Jane is mentioning. He went through, and they played him. They played him
That's see.
and ran him off.
See. That's
And ran him off.
So. Y'all won't be played.
Right. That's
Okay.
the point. That's the point. We not
Yeah.
the violin.
No. Yeah. And
We ain't the violin.
So you would think it said, wait a minute. It says like here. Now it's my understanding that you can. It said you can't pull. So does that mean you can't do? It's right here.
Right. Right.
You got all you need right here in this bill,
Yes.
huh?
Yeah.
And so you get what you want to extract that you know you've been violated.
Right.
Okay?
Right. Right.
And you write up the narrative based upon looking through here. So what I try to do is highlight particularly those things. The non-arrest record. They can't criminalize you. So if
The thing I like, and I don't know if you found it, did you find it in there where it said you can't be prohibited due to community animus?
oh yes,
Did you
it
see
sure
that?
did.
Where's
It
that?
sure did.
Where's that at?
Oh yeah. So
Yeah, community animus.
Yeah.
What is anime?
Animus.
Hate.
Dislike.
Yeah, hate. Just like, yeah, they don't like you.
And that's the reason
Yeah,
why
yeah,
they
where's
do
that?
what they do.
Yeah, that's what I've been focusing on the whole time.
Right.
Community animus.
Right.
You see
That's
it?
exactly what
I
that is.
think
And they get on them calls and say how
That's
they fed up with the
exactly-
hip hop
Yeah.
music and the.
Yeah.
I mean, on some things I don't blame because if I stayed over there, I'd be upset too. But if it's
Some
Yeah,
are.
but it's
organized,
what you saying, how you say certain things too.
Yeah, it's
They
what
let
I'm
their
saying.
dogs
Yeah,
pee on
you
people's
know.
tents.
Yes,
Oh
yes.
my gosh, I done got my. That happened to me. I was
No,
mad.
no,
What
no, you
happened?
didn't.
Lady gonna let her dog pee on my
Oh no, see.
on my tablecloth.
Yeah, yeah.
They
Did
do
you
that
take
a lot.
a picture of it?
What?
No.
Always, if you can, when you see certain things, take your phone and take a picture of it. Huh? That's recorded.
I got a recording of July 4th when I was told the city of Oakland had revolutionary books come down for an event for the 4th of July. They had, they were selling black books and then turned around and started little fires with American flags, and they were burning American flags and F America, and they had a speaker which was part of the LGBT
Right.
community, and they were right across from people's tents, you know what I'm saying, and getting the crowd to try to come in and burn flags with them. But the city
This
sent
is at
them
the lake?
there. Yeah.
Or where? At
So
the
it
lake?
was like
Yeah.
they was trying to sabotage.
Was these black folks?
They
I know.
So they were majority
I know these
white,
people. I
and
know these
then the
people.
person who
Revolution
spoke
books.
was a black
They
person.
part of,
Oh, the revolutionary.
The majority of them was
Revolution. You know,
white.
you
Yeah,
know
I
they
know who
are.
you're talking about.
But there wasn't
What's the white
Venders.
boy's name?
No,
Barbara
the,
Bacon's
I
people.
was
Oh, right.
told
Barbara Bacon's
that
people.
the city of Oakland
Okay.
called
Barbara
Barbara Bacon,
and
that
said
used to
that
go
they're going to
to,
have them come out there.
Elvis
Oh,
and
wait,
Elvis.
hold on. Listen at this here. What
So I was told by one of the coordinators at for the pilot program that the city of Oakland called and said that they were going to invite a vendor out for the day for the event because it was the 4th of July.
They call
So-
you?
That's a
No,
little
they.
backwards.
They
So
sent
they-
those people.
let her finish
James
explaining.
Coates probably know because he was around at that time. So they invited them to come because it was the 4th of July and it was for an event. They was there just for that one day, and so they were able to have a space there.
And they were burning flags.
Yeah, they were burning flags
Yeah,
in the area where the pilot
well,
program was
That's what they
operated.
do.
Yeah, but then it was probably blamed on
Well, why would they have
the
them-
black
Well,
vendors.
it was
And then
Because-
it didn't get
because
really
the
exposure
Democratic
like
Party
that.
is in
And I
with
didn't
the
understand
communists,
why
and
because it
these
was
guys are
police
communists.
officers right there. You
They
know
are
what I'm
communists.
saying?
Yeah, wait.
Like-
Can we let her finish explaining? This is on tape.
Excuse me.
So, it was in the area, the designated area where the pilot program was operated, number one. And then it was police officers there blocking the streets off. So I'm not understanding why law enforcement didn't come over and say, hey, stop burning these flags, or, you know, you guys causing an issue here. It was loud. They had a microphone, and, you know, it was a little intense there. So, and the city sent them there. So
Yes.
did the city know that they were going to burn flags that day
The
too?
city is well aware of these people. They're well aware
Yes.
of these people.
They are.
They're always at all the rallies downtown
Yeah.
at 14th and Broadway for years and
They
years and years.
disrupt.
So they're with the
peaceful
police. So they're
demonstrations.
with the police.
Yeah.
They're with the
They
police.
trying to make the vendors look bad.
Yeah.
That's
Right.
what
Yes.
all
So
that
that's
about.
what she was basically
That's right.
saying.
Yeah.
That
That's
setup,
right.
that
Well,
whole
that's-
setup.
Yeah, that's part of the whole overall thing that the city was doing with the cones
Right.
and the unnecessary, excessive complaints, which go back to the community animus.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
You can find it in there.
Because that was anti-hate there.
Yeah, but they're representing communism, and it ain't about black people,
Right.
And the
It's
city
about
invited.
destroying black folks.
Yeah.
Exactly.
basically. Yeah. And we get rid of the capitalists, and now we under some communists telling us what to do.
Oh, okay, I found it.
You found it? Where is it?
Yeah, let's turn 1, 2, 3, the fourth page. Look at number E. E. Go down, small e, in yellow, right above 51039. For the purpose of this section,
Yes.
perceived community animus or economic competition does not constitute a health, objective health,
safety, or welfare concern.
Okay,
That's it.
okay.
So all that protesting they doing, this is saying, fuck that.
Yes, that's right.
Fuck that, because you don't want us here, you don't like to smell barbecue and
Yeah.
marijuana.
Right.
Everything. Can I see your pen for 1 second?
Yeah,
Saying that it doesn't make
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
doesn't
it's the
make
red
it
one, the
fall
small
under
e.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, for
I-
purpose
I
of
can-
this section, perceived community animus or economic competition. That's what Angelo was saying about. We got a brother down by the West Oakland bar. So Angelo's got a little general
I
store.
got to still
A little
right
general
there.
store. But the Arab done jammed him about, hey man, you selling the same toilet paper I'm selling.
And
You selling, that's competition.
yeah,
So he's
That's
like,
competition.
basically, you can't do that.
That's it just saying he can do that.
yeah.
No, but he's trying to
The
jump.
Arab
on-
is saying it.
Right.
Because Arab don't want no competition.
Yeah. But again, I want to underscore. That's why this is important. You should go through this with a fine-tooth comb.
Right.
It was not intended for us.
Yeah.
This was for Hispanics. Okay?
But it's
How many Taco Bell
Trucks.
trucks do you see close to each other? How many push cart vendors do you see? All selling the same thing.
Yeah. That's right.
Right next to each other.
Okay? This is biblical. This is how you should prevail on your issues.
Okay, so call this the BVA Bible.
Yeah.
Well,
I think all
this
vendors should get
is
one.
the law. This
Yeah,
is like
me
the
too.
law.
It's in the
Yeah.
magazine.
This is the law for vendors, for state
Yeah.
vendors. Okay.
Yeah.
We should print this out and make sure all vendors get it.
And
also
highlight the same
Right.
highlight.
Well, we
make
can make a
copies
copy
of
of
it.
it.
We have we have
He has it in
we
the
have a
magazine,
summary, and you know Noor did a
But
summary.
they
of
always be like, where is that? We need to hand it
and
to
there's a lot
them.
of
Yeah.
controversy
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
the magazines
Yeah.
with
Yeah.
vendors.
Right
In your
here.
car,
Yeah.
in your
Well,
tent.
yeah, you got the
Where you
summary,
are.
What
but
every street
It don't-
vendors should know.
It needs
No, you're
to
right,
have
but it needs to have.
Yeah, but give them, you're
The
right.
law.
They
Just
need
give
this.
the law.
Give them the
Right.
actual.
Or we can put that
law.
in the next issue. We
Yeah.
can put it in the
Yes.
next issue.
Yeah.
It's not a problem.
Any vendor should pick
And
this
then-
up, and
Yeah.
it's.
And the reason why I say separate because they created a lot of animosity with the magazine and diverted.
Yeah.
Excuse
Right,
me?
so-
Excuse me? What?
they did, and so a
they
lot
like
of
don't
us,
wanna
you
look
know, support it, and there's some vendors that don't. You know
Right.
what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
right.
we
Through the
have-
magazine that way then.
Yeah.
In other words.
Yeah.
So if you had this, because it's the law, I'm gonna believe the law or more inclined
Yeah,
to
rather
read the
than the
law
narrative.
than something that our reason them just
So they
don't
hating
look
on this because they don't know the law.
Yeah,
Well,
No,
it's
because
a
it
he
was
said,
because
she
people
said,
done told
when
them,
he's
people
in
done
there,
lied,
you give them the
yeah.
law,
yeah,
it's
that's
like-
right.
So-
They can't say he said, she said.
Right.
This
And
is
they were
law. This applies to
they were asking us
Everybody.
to collect these
Okay.
and I'll throw them
People
away.
be out
You
here
know.
selling.
And I like what you said. Everybody needs to get a copy of it.
Everybody, you should have it in your car,
Yeah.
by your tent.
Right.
By your tent. It
Yeah,
could be
and by your tent and pull it out.
You
That-
get,
that-
start
that's right.
bothering you, you start
Absolutely.
looking.
down there what's taking place.
Absolutely.
And-
And encourage everybody, because see,
Yeah, I remember, let me just say this. I remember before the law was enacted, I was at 14th and Broadway selling.
oh yeah,
And the police jammed me.
That's
So I
right.
told him about the law.
that's right.
So he looks it up on his phone.
Right.
So you
And he
have to
says,
look
wait a
at
minute, and he says, well, the law hasn't been enacted yet.
Okay,
So you got to go.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, that's what he
Yeah,
said.
well, and he was right.
And this is where they can find, in case they act like they don't know.
That-
They can go
that's
right
right.
here and
That-
find the exact
that-
same thing.
Oh, he gonna look. He gonna get on his phone.
Well,
He
they
can, but let me
they
tell you
can't
where to
because
look.
you give them the document.
Yeah.
Tell you where
That
to look.
says the California State Assembly.
Yes.
Right.
Okay.
This is where you look in case you don't know, and we're gonna have the same information.
And
So,
the,
I have one other question. So in the beginning, like how it's talking about, like the city has to adopt a program to allow vendors to be outside. I don't. Do Oakland have one already?
they put
And-
you all under a pilot project.
They put us on
And
a
that's
pilot.
over.
Okay, but listen,
Yeah, that's done.
listen. But you mentioned, and the last thing James Coates was supposed to do was to get with me and write a long range plan because that's
Yes,
what they asked him to do.
That's what you should do.
And you said they mentioned that at the Parks and Rec about the long range plan. What did they say about the long range plan?
It was to remove everyone from Lake Mary to prevent
Oh,
vendors from
Negro
That's the
removal.
long
selling at the lake.
removal. Yeah, that's it.
And then they promised that they will support entrepreneur programs.
That's
and
right. They
then
double
at the
talk
end,
out of
they
both sides of
said-
the mouth.
As long as they don't be at the lake. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Well,
Long as
at
they
the,
not
end
at
of
the lake.
at the end of the call, they turned around and said, "We're not going to honor that. That's city works. They should do that, not them."
Again, this is why it says what they can and cannot do and what they should be doing. Okay?
So,
So how do you
wrap
come
this
back
up,
at 'em?
But I want you to state again, do you feel we have a lawsuit?
I think you got grounds for a lawsuit.
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Based upon what has happened to you and what I understand this to be. Okay?
Okay.
And so you have to write it with this in mind and with what has occurred. Okay.
Has happened on the street.
And say, I will come back to clean Oakland, Oakland Promise again. What they said, what I know to be what the law said. Even the state attorney general said Oakland Promise has never filed an application for a 501c. That previous attorney general, Xavier Becerra, I did a public records request to the state. And then I also asked in that same request, what about emergency? He said, there's no evidence that they ever merged. Okay? And then on top of that, on March 3rd, 2020, the city attorney opined that prior to 2019, Oakland Promise was not a nonprofit. So, Oakland Promise launch date was somewhere between 2015 and 2016. So why do they
Under the
have...
fiscal sponsor? You mean, or before?
No, when they did the Oakland Initiative, that was 2015. Okay? when they looked at, we have to have a funding source, then it became Oakland Promise and Oakland Public Education.
How much
Fund.
money have they raised?
Well,
You have any idea?
No. It don't matter. That's
Right.
why I keep telling, because see,
Yeah.
that's a diversion when you go there.
Yeah.
Stay with their violation.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
so they get, it's reported $60-70 million, but when you look at some other document, you see $5 million. So, and how they spend it, I don't care. They ain't supposed to raise it in the first place.
Right.
So whatever they got prior to that exit transfer agreement,
Yeah.
they were legal.
Yeah.
Huh? So that's why you don't want to look at that. That's why you want to stay with the legal status. Are they a legal, authorized 501c tax exempt nonprofit public benefit corporation?
With a fiscal sponsor. With a fiscal-
Show me the determination letter.
All right.
You're telling me you're a nonprofit? Show me the determination letter. I'm only asking two things. I want to see the determination letter.
But if they did the transfer,
Listen,
another
no,
nonprofit.
listen. You don't understand what that exit transfer agreement was.
okay, what is
That's
it?
to get out of the relationship with
Okay.
Oakland Promise.
So it wasn't to acquire
No.
fiscal sponsor.
That only has to do with Oakland Public Education Fund.
Okay, all right.
That was a transfer agreement.
Okay.
We're divorcing.
Right.
Huh?
I
Now,
got
if you want to go marry somebody else,
Yeah.
it's on you.
All right.
Okay?
I got it.
But you got to go through the legal channels.
Right.
Okay?
All right.
And so there were no legal channels.
Okay.
Huh? And so when the city attorney said prior to 2019, they weren't a nonprofit. So they only had a launch date since 2016. So all that time, even under the Public Education Fund, they weren't a nonprofit. Now, by saying prior to 2019, that assumes or infers that after 2019 they were. No. Okay? That language was real clear.
Yeah.
Okay? Because there's no evidence of
Or
that.
a corporate entity.
That's right.
All right.
I would say, and then on top of that, I add to the fact, and I didn't deal with the lawsuit between the Jobs and Housing Coalition about the ballot measure in 2018, when the council voted, approved this resolution 87485, that said the ballot measure passed when it failed. Okay, I didn't deal with that. What I dealt with the fact that they approved 87485, not talking about the ballot measure, but in so doing, they approved a charter amendment that codified this private, non-governmental business interest
What's
in
that? Okay.
The city charter. And on top of that, that does passes again in the jazz at Jeffries on Sunday.
Yes. And this is the pass for jazz at 6:00
Yeah.
on Sunday at Jeffries. And then they have a buffet meal for what is it, $15?
$15, yeah.
And drinks are $15. If y'all want to go, we can cover one Sunday. We can do.
That's
We
good
can
for
do one
January.
Sunday.
So I think you got.
Yeah. 6:00 every Sunday.
So
Jazz.
with the
Oh,
time
that's only for
between-
this month.
Okay, so
That's for this month,
Yes,
January.
sir.
so if we want to
So
go, we
the-
can go as a group, and we'll cover it. Okay.
Going back to the, you said that it was launched in 2016, but they claim to be not incorporated until 2019. So where's the money going in between that time?
Whatever they collected while they were under, that's why you don't want to get off into that. Whatever they collected during the time in which they were under the fiscal sponsor, they were legal. Okay?
Right. Right.
You know, so once you start getting into that rather than looking at the essence that allows them the authority to collect money, that's the issue. They now no longer have any legal status by the cover of the public education fund. I get that question asked often. How they spend the money? I don't care. They ain't supposed to collect it anyway. Okay.
Right.
Because and when you go and they will direct you to the Secretary of State's website. Now, if you go on that website and you put in this EIN number,
Tax ID.
54 2103 707. That's the EIN number for East Bay College Fund.
Yeah, right.
Okay?
Uh-oh.
That's with whom they say they merge with. But they can't merge with them because they're not a nonprofit. But they're using that EIN number to give themselves a perceived legitimacy.
Cover.
And they go to the website, and so you see it on the website. You can see it on Gold Star, which is a platform for nonprofits, and they're there. And you see their ruling year. You see 2003. Well, that's the ruling year for East Bay College Fund.
Right. Right.
Okay, so these are the moving parts you have to be mindful of. So don't believe your lying eyes,
Right.
because it's right there. They always try to tell me, well, I was able to get one of the council members to have the city auditor to do an audit report. Well, actually, it was supposed to be an audit.
Gene, let's wrap up this and
Okay.
y'all can keep talking. But we want to thank Gene for coming.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Very informative.
Yes.
Yes.
Well,
Break it
well,
down to the ground.
well, let me just say to that, he or she who has the information, they could control the direction. Okay? And that's where we suffer a lot. Huh? We don't do our research.
Right.
We don't look at what information is there. Now you have a better understanding what this is about and how you could use this to our advantage.
Like they're using it against you.
Yeah, you damn
They're
right.
using it against
Yes. Yeah, because we don't know what's in it.
you. Right.
They can tell us any old thing. It's like, wait. This is not my understanding of what this says.
Yeah. I can read.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay? It's all contained in, if you want to hide money, hide it in the book.
Right.
Huh? Hide it in the book.
Because they ain't gonna read it.
You're damn right. Huh?
So Gene.
I mean, it's trite, but I
James.
mean, it sets the message.
Thank you, Gene.
Uh-huh.
Uh,